people in this
Whoops,
Twitch
I
stream
had
now.
forgotten to unmute the audio. Thank you for mentioning that. I
It's
did.
alright.
No, I mean that's on the stream. I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Were we muted this whole time?
Oh, sorry, we weren't saying
It's
anything.
been 3 minutes.
Yeah,
we
it's
didn't say
only
anything,
been-
It's not that bad. Basically, we
like
were
you
just
said
talking about for the viewers. This is the deck plan that Zakad came up with for the Wasp.
I'll put a C2.
Zakad, go ahead and tell us what you think the rooms should be for. I mean, since you're the one that came up with it.
Well, there were obviously things that I was misinformed about. Obviously, the cargo. So this can go for another revision. But initially, we've got the stairs down. We walk down there, and it's like a long corridor. This area, all along there. This room here was supposed to be a recreational room, and these two like little bits on here could be like you can like put some extra cargo there if we need it. And you got like the 3 rooms. Can't ping very often. They're like double bunk bed rooms.
So sleeping quarters.
Yeah, and that was meant to be like the main cargo. But you could also put an underground chute under there that would link up to that. I don't know if that's possible.
All right. Well, I mean, it can go for another revision. I mean, I'm fine. It's not going to be an issue until there's like a boarding action or something like that. So it won't be that big of a deal. We can discuss it after the stream and iron out some of the kinks.
Yeah, that's fine.
What was that room called on the other plan? I don't remember.
I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Feasting room?
I wouldn't worry about it too much at this point.
Mess room probably.
I do like the layout.
Yeah,
It's good.
Give
it was the
full
galley.
credit for that.
the
for
nice
the,
thing about having
I
the corridor this way is that it gives you a bit more room that way rather than just running right down the center. The inspiration for that was the Elven Manowar. Because
Right.
that's how it has it on the main body.
What? Sorry, slightly off topic. What format do you want it? Do you want it in X? Do you want it in GIMP format? So it's probably multi-compatible with layers and stuff for other programs.
Are you talking
Are
to
you
Elvie
asking-
or me?
Lever, sorry, either.
I don't care. Just send me a format that you're working with. I have Photoshop if you use that or anything.
I don't
else.
use Photoshop, but I know it's cross-compatible with GIMP. So
Oh, okay. Yes. I have GIMP too, but, so you could actually send me the GIMP files, but I don't know GIMP all that well. Anyway, we can talk about that after the session.
I still think it's fine because if we have a ladder here and it's up against the wall here, that inner wall, that still leaves plenty of room for us to have like a little door here to dump cargo in here.
And
I think that there would also be doors on the sides. Like that's not exactly what those are, but they can be right there. You know, I mean, it makes sense to have both those ways to get cargo in and out, and as well as the hatch into the ship itself.
Is there a place where our characters like sit down and eat or like have meetings or something? Or is there not
That's
a
what
room?
that's in the galley is.
That's the G. I marked it with a G for now.
Oh, I thought that was
And
the
then-
recreational area.
Well, that's kind of
Yeah.
I mean, meeting area, sit down, eat meals. When you're not on shift doing something, you can sit there and socialize with the crew and other PCs. Yeah, so that's what it is. It's like kind of an all-purpose thing.
It's just like on our ships nowadays, be multi-purposed. During the times when we're not eating, the boards would be able to slide into the walls and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like one of those not trailers, but yeah, I guess a trailer or a mobile home type thing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
during combat, the galley might double up as a place to treat injured people.
Sure.
Probably, yeah. Anyways, I also marked where the hatch to the other place would be over here, because missed that part.
That's fine. I mean, we can get those added on later. It's not a big deal. This is not going to be the permanent map right here. So.
Plus, we'll probably upgrade at some point in time.
Probably,
Bigger ships.
Yeah. Yeah, the Wasp is not a big ship. It's more of a fighter-type craft than a long-haul vessel. All right.
So, are we going to call it the Pommel, or are we still looking for a name?
No, the Pommel was a good name. I agreed with
Yeah,
that.
I think we
I
decided
agree
on
too.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, Pommel's fine.
Let's bring ourselves back over to the Rock and Brawl map.
That means our
what
next ship.
color we want the ship?
Our next ship will have to be the Hilt.
You can also call it the Blade.
So
No, the
that's for the biggest one.
Yeah, the blade's gonna be the Higgimus special bombard, double bombard with 2 bombards on one on reverse gravity deck.
We'll call it the Blade if we get a cuddle command. Or something even bigger.
I was
I
thinking
had
of
a
a
ram. I guess we could call it the Blade if it ends up being a ship with a ram.
Triop is probably what, if we can get one, be like one of our main battleships if we have one. I just think it's a good ship.
You know that open deck at the front? We can line that with catapults.
You mean crossbows?
Crossbows, sorry. Yeah, little crossbows.
We have a few.
Or even a single accelerator if we're willing to take the speed hit.
Hey, if you have 45,000 gold pieces and are willing to sacrifice the point of SR, sure.
Yeah, at the moment we'd be stationary. You could mount 2 and we'd go backwards.
Well, I would say I would say that you can't be reduced lower than 1. So you would still move at 1 with an accelerator on board.
Isn't SR something that's to do with your level, not your combination of what your level is and your helm?
It's your ship's movement speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mounting an
Isn't that
accelerator
like a
reduces it by 1.
Yeah, no, but I was just asking if isn't that a combination of the wizard who's piloting or cleric and the type of helm, right?
Sure.
Yes.
That's how it's calculated?
Yep.
Then we have more. I think we'd be more than SR1 now if one
Nope.
of our characters were piloting. No?
Nope. You've got a minor helm. Minor helm is SR1 up to level 5.
Okay.
And it would be SR2 through 8. So up until you got to level 9, you would be SR1 with a minor helm and an accelerator.
Yeah, but we'll upgrade eventually.
Okay,
Either
so
that or die.
yeah, it's always a possibility. All right, so we ironed out most of the crew. Got a lot of regular, the standard ship stores and everything like that, equipment-wise. So I think a lot of that got ironed out last time. Now it's basically going to be, waiting for the ship to be completed and then waiting for everyone's personal tasks that they want to take care of to get done.
Ald?
Yep.
Could I switch out one of the regular crews for a navigator?
Sure.
How much extra would that be, please?
I will need to figure that out.
Actually.
I will need
Having
to
a
figure
good
that out.
navigator.
We can figure that out off stage.
We'd need 2, wouldn't we?
You mean-
One as a backup.
No, you
No,
only
I
need
mean
one
once
navigator.
you go, you basically only need to make a couple checks during the trip.
Well.
And if someone decides to take, bless you, if someone decides to take the wild space navigation proficiency, then you wouldn't need to do that.
Wow.
I'll take it, but I need somebody to teach me, and that'd be an excellent time for me to be taught.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'll come up with a price. I just double-checked, and there isn't a price for them, so I'll come up with something. It'd be a bit more than the standard sailor.
Fine, just let me know how much extra.
I would think it. When you said navigator, I thought, well, that's kind of specialized. Wouldn't that be the same as an expert weapon crew person?
Maybe. I'll take a look to. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a look and evaluate it and decide whether that's reasonable. I mean, and I was leaning towards that as the possibility, but I want to double check to see if there's anything else that I should take into consideration.
Okay.
All right, so now I believe Leva wanted to research a spell, and that and proficiencies are going to be the determination on how long you guys are waiting, more so than the ship.
Yep. I want to learn Snillock Snowball.
Okay. Let me
That's a good one.
See what I wrote down. All right, so go ahead and roll 1d10 and multiply that by 10.
Yeah, she still has to scroll for that, so.
Okay, so the basic
70.
cost is going to be 70 gold, since it's level 1. You have access to the spell scroll and the wait, is that right? That seems a little bit low. Let me double check that. I wonder if I wrote that down wrong. Sorry, give me just a second. I could have sworn it was going to be more than that.
I think she's okay with that price.
Sure, of course she would be okay with that price. Not sure if I am.
Maybe just increase it by 100.
That would seem a little expensive.
Yeah, no, it is 100. So that would be 700.
What?
There's level 0?
Yeah, it's 100 to 1,000 gold pieces per spell level. And it's 2 weeks. And it's 2 weeks per spell level. Now, having the scroll, and this is why having the scrolls is good. It halves the price and it halves the time. So it's going to be 1 week and 350 gold pieces.
350.
Yeah.
Animal Spy might be a good spell.
All right, so
13.
then go ahead and roll your chance to learn.
My chance to learn. What's that?
That's the...
Look at your intelligence,
Yeah.
and it will say, based on your intelligence score, what your chance to learn is. Like, I'm going to look at Stanford, for example. He had an
We both had
intelligence of
18.
18, so that's an 85% chance to learn a spell.
But because it's not a wild magic spell, you have a minus 5% chance, so you have an 80% chance to learn it.
Yes.
So roll 1d100.
Okay.
So is it higher or lower that's bad?
Higher.
There you
So
go.
he learned it.
You've learned Snillock Snowball. You can write that down. Go ahead and roll for the number of pages that'll take.
1d6 plus 1.
Plus 1. Just a moment.
Because it's a level 1 spell, right?
Well, it's 1d6 minus 1
plus
plus the spell level, so it's just 1d6.
Okay.
1d6 I have here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sweet.
Nice.
One page.
No ball.
And that's
Very
a rare
nice.
spell too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a fairly rare spell. Well,
That's
I
part of
would
the
put it
reason
more
why
uncommon-ish. It's definitely not something that you would just, be able to walk up to your average wizard and say, hey, I'd like to learn this spell from you. But it's known well enough. But yeah, it's a pretty good spell to trade around for other spells.
Congrats,
Exactly.
Leva.
but I have a question about that. Am I correct that the scroll is used after doing that?
Yes. But only, I mean, if there's another spell on it, then you still have that other spell.
No, there isn't.
Okay, then you just have a blank sheet of parchment now.
Okay.
Now, because of that, you also get 500 XP.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Learning
Good
spells
job.
is a really good way of getting XP.
Well, it's specifically
for a mage.
researching spells.
Yeah.
What-
Oh yeah.
Just
Would
a
it be
moment.
similar for me? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, it's not listed, but I would probably reduce the amount, just because it's not as significant for you. But that's specifically spell research.
Okay, done. 500, correct.
Yep, and your bonus for high intelligence. All right, so that's taken care of. That only took a week. If you wanted to research another spell that you didn't have a scroll for, it would take 2 weeks, assuming it was level 1.
No, but Leva wants to do a lot of other things too.
Right, certainly. Now, also, any spell that you have seen or experienced, you wouldn't get the bonus for having the scroll. But, like, for example, if you eventually decided to research Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, I'd probably knock off 10% of time and money, since you've experienced the spell.
I'd like to learn that one.
Yeah, but isn't that a higher level spell?
It is.
You might not be able.
Over
You can
1,000
You
gold.
What happens if I start learning a spell and then I have to interrupt that? Will the time I spent be credited, or do I have to restart from the beginning if I do it a second time?
It depends on how much of an interruption it is. If it's the kind of thing where it's like you're 2 weeks in and you're interrupted by a day, I would basically treat it as double the number of days that your interruption. So you'd be set back 2 days if you had to spend 1 day doing something else.
No, I would assume, I may be wrong, but I would assume that after the ship is ready, we want to go out and leave. And that would not give me enough time to learn another spell, no matter what level.
Correct, unless everyone else decided that they had other things that they were interested in doing for that time period.
So let's put that on the back burner and see what the other people do. And if we see that there are more who could or would need more than the time until the ship is ready, then we can come back to that. How about that?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember if you answered me if that one guy could do like +1 arrows or something.
You were asking about high quality arrows as opposed to magical arrows, correct? Yeah. No.
Yeah.
There's no. No one would be doing that.
I thought I'd double check because I've been looking at ways to upgrade my bow damage because it's pretty shit.
It's
1d8's not bad for early, but
1d8's pretty good. There aren't a whole lot of ways to increase your damage in AD&D.
other than like magic items and
Right.
shit, okay.
And even then, you're talking about, +1, +2, +3, maybe if you're really lucky, +4, +5. Now, I did spend some time going through the Rock of Brawl sourcebook, and there are some shops that sell magic items.
Mm-hmm.
So I have chances for magic items to show up if you wanted to check them out. There is one shop that always has potions, so if you wanted to go check out potions, you can do that. But keep in mind, magic items in AD&D are expensive.
Yeah, I was going to ask how much are health healing potions, because that'd be something be good to stock on.
I did roll up, and Gaspar's Reclamations does have a healing potion available for 200 gold.
Only a healing potion?
A single healing potion for 200 gold right now.
Wow.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, it is. So it's just now the next question is a healing potion something to be paid out of the group fund or personal fund?
Personal. Right now there is no. Right now the group fund is for ship maintenance and stuff like that.
Okay.
All the money has been distributed, as far as I understand.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
I was just checking because I was thinking maybe healing potions is something worth spending out of the group fund because group fund is something that's very important for the whole group.
No.
That's why I was checking.
I don't think so. I think,
since it's
No, it would be personal.
healing
since it's just
potions
the
are
one.
personalized.
Sorry, go ahead, Leva.
I think healing potions are personal to the actual character.
Yeah.
If you want a healing potion, you go and buy it. If I want one, I go and buy it.
Yeah.
If you want one, but there is none available, and I have one, then I can give you one. But other than that, it's still mine.
Yeah.
Okay,
Especially since there's only one available. If you were to, I mean, like, you could, as a group, go, commission someone to make 6, and then that would be reasonable coming out of group funds if you hadn't distributed cash yet, sort of thing. But
Is that one potion he has in addition to the one I bought?
did you say that you were buying that?
Yeah,
In
when we were
between
talking last night.
Oh, I must have completely missed that. So yeah, I'll say that that's in addition.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. What about swords, long swords, or bows?
All right, here's where I get to have some fun. All right, so I rolled up some items, and there's a chance that he'll have these in stock. So let's go ahead and. All right, so you're looking specifically for a magical longsword.
Or bow.
Nope, he does not have it available.
What about the
Either
bow?
one?
Nope.
Okay.
I think my character, during the time that we're waiting for Leva to finish her spell research, would be helping out his father's armor shop.
Okay. So let me see. That would be, yeah, you don't have any proficiencies that you can gain right now, so there's not a whole lot for you to do. You would be able to get...
That's all working.
I
No.
should be about that. All right, let me make a quick calculation.
Cooking.
Don't put that down the total yet, because we're not sure exactly how long we're going to be here, but... you can get 8 silver pieces per day working there.
And that would be 2 weeks, so...
Well,
Okay.
just make a note that it'll be 8 silver pieces per day, and then when I say how long you guys have been, doing this, you could just do the calculation.
Okay. And then I'll do also the calculation for how much I have to get to my church.
Right.
Fun!
I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
All right,
I
now...
could spend time making arrows. I don't really have that much arrow materials left, actually.
Those
I'd
who
have
have non-weapon proficiency slots or weapon proficiency slots, and they want to do this, they can get training for one item in 2 weeks.
What I'm saving my non-weapon proficiency slot.
That's fine.
Lafdul would like to... He hasn't got it yet, but he wants to train towards gem casting. So when I do level up, I can just take it.
So it would take 2 weeks for me to learn the missile or thrown weapon style?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'll be doing then.
And it'll cost you 100 gold pieces to, hire someone to specifically train you for... Essentially, it's, you're spending 8 hours a day learning this thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then at the end of that 2 weeks, I'd like to see if Ernest has gathered any information from me.
Yep. And I think Leva will want that as well. Lafdul, you can go ahead and prepay that, and then as soon as you have the spare slot, you can take that immediately, essentially.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
quick summary. I missed that we were talking about weight and holy waters.
It's just other people talking about what they're doing with their time.
Okay.
Yeldin is getting a new weapon proficiency slot in style specialization. Lafdul is essentially pre-training in gem cutting.
Okay. So what was the one Leva would be interested in?
Talking to Aranis.
Okay. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Now, Higgimus, I believe, had a plan to go get his magic items identified.
Correct, and a couple other things.
Yeah,
Okay.
if we can do that with Aranis too, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd like to get my magic sword identified.
Okay. Keep in mind that the spell requires a 100 gold piece pearl. Identify spell.
I can afford that.
All right. So if you guys, people who want items identified will need to, provide him with the pearl. And
Yeah.
you'll also
Okay.
need to. He'll be willing to do this for a lot cheaper than, say, the Watch Wizards Guild. I mean, not the Watch Wizards. The Mages Guild on Brawl would do it. So basically, he will take. He'd be happy to take a 200 gold piece donation to the Seekers, and
For everyone's identification.
I'll do it. I'll pay 100 for the pearl and then give him 200.
yeah, and it's 200 per person who wants this done.
And I'm gonna ask him to identify my longsword.
Okay. Do you have anything else that you want
200?
identified?
That's the only magic item on my person.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd like to
have.
I'd
Okay.
like to have the boat identified. So that costs 1 pearl, and how much?
200 gold pieces.
Okay.
Well, he can use 1 pearl for I don't know how many, but quite a few identified. So we might not each have to get a pearl, but each person will have to pay 200 minimum. Is
One
what I'm
second.
getting.
Leva, what were you having identified?
I'm gonna have the brooch, and maybe something else. One of the other jewelry pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an ivory amulet.
All right. Well,
so
Higgimus had a plan of what he wanted to get identified first, so let's go through that.
Okay. What Higgimus is and I sent a letter ahead of time just to let him know.
Yeah,
And
and
all the
you would
etiquette stuff I need to do.
you would basically, to a certain extent, with the exception of needing additional things, he can basically only do 1 per day because of the tiring effects of identify. But he can, he has the ability to identify multiple powers at a time. Or I'm just gonna say 1 person per day, just
In
because
that
of
case,
how tiring it is.
since I'm studying the spell, I will pass the 300 gold to someone else and ask if they could do it for me.
Sure, I
I'll
could.
take care of it for you, Leva.
Okay.
All right, so I need to get my sword identified.
Okay.
What else was that? Rod?
Wand, you mean?
Yeah, the wand. Sorry.
It's okay.
And the braided gold and copper reed. No, wait. The leather pouch.
All right.
That's 3 things. So if there's multiple things on there, that might cover it all. All right. And then information about my shell stuff, what it might be used for other than armor. And there's one other thing I was going to ask him. I'll think about that while you're doing the other stuff.
All right. I'll take care of the shell first. He takes one of the smaller pieces, and this isn't through the identification spell, but he takes a look at it and studies it, checks some materials, and he tells you that he believes it would be useful in spells relating to color, color spray, prismatic shell, that sort of thing, and magic items related to color, like a robe of scintillating color.
Oh, that's interesting.
He is not an armorer, so he couldn't tell you how useful it would be at making armor.
Oh, well, it's pretty strong, so I figured it might be worth something like that.
Okay.
Wizards pay a lot for that?
Since it's an unusual ingredient, they might.
Cool.
All right, so first of all, the sword. Let me pull up the party treasure so I know exactly what is going to be checking. All right. All right. He tells you that the blade has a few magical bonuses to attack and damage. Not in those specific words, but that's what you pick up. And it can also once per day, temporarily make you stronger. Be able to hit more often, resist magic slightly, and just be able to take more blows. You realize that is the aid spell. So once per day it can do aid, and I am going to tell you right now that it is a +1 weapon. So +1 bonus to hit, +1 to damage.
Okay.
Now he does mention that the words along the blade, it's the word that you knew before, Kaldor, as the command word for the aid effect. In addition, written on there is the name of it, and it's the Blade of Wolfmore Kadric.
Wolfmore?
Wolfmore Kadric.
Okay.
I'll copy and paste that in for you guys later. He is the name rings a bell slightly, but he can't recall where he may have heard it before.
Interesting. Famous person, I guess.
Somewhere, but of course, being a famous person on a world doesn't necessarily mean much in Spelljammer.
Yeah. Famous person for where he was at.
Yeah. All right. You wanted to... What was the next item you wanted to...
The rod.
Or
the wand. Sorry,
okay.
I apologize.
Captain Silver and all that.
Yeah, I'm pulling that up where I put that down. There it is. All right, let me see exactly how many powers that has, because that determines how many of the uses from identify it takes. All right.
Being magic of divination school, he might be interested in that.
All right, let's see. Okay. He tells you that that this wand is specifically used for divining the location of metals and minerals.
So it's like a metal detector.
Also, that's not going to be a... let me see if that's considered an extra use of the spell. Let's see.
Wolves might pay a lot of money for that.
All right, it is currently weakly charged. Which means that it doesn't have too many charges left. the way he is able to convey to you that the way that you use it is just by holding it and concentrating on it, and it will reveal its information to you.
Okay.
Will it do that to everybody?
Well, yeah, I mean, anyone who holds it. It doesn't have a command word.
Okay, what did I miss?
Just what the wand does.
I'll get updated on that later.
So you can write that down as a wand of metal and mineral detection.
That could be very useful. How far does it reach?
30-foot radius.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Incidentally, use of one charge will last for 2 full turns, so 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make a note of that. All right, what's the next thing that you wanted to take a look at?
The leather pouch.
Okay. All right. He's quite curious about this pouch. He recognizes the symbol on it as a symbol of the dwarven deity Vergadane, who is a deity of trade and commerce, as well as some other things. And he notes that the pouch is specifically designed for increasing the value of coinage put inside of it.
What?
What?
In what way? So if you put in coppers, you can take out platinum pieces, or what?
Yep, basically.
Oh, neat.
How long does it take, though?
Take some money, then.
It's not a terribly big pouch, so you can only fit about 100 coins in at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So put 100 gold in there and we get 100 platinum.
You didn't say how it works yet.
Yeah.
Well, no, he did say how it works. You put money in, and it becomes more valuable. He doesn't know how long it lasts, how long it takes, though.
Does it have charges only so many times, or is this a permanent thing?
It's a permanent thing.
Also, how long do the coins stay permanently like that?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm prepared to sacrifice 100 gold to see how long it takes to make something else out of it.
Why not start with 100 copper?
Yeah, 100 copper is well.
Does anybody here actually have 100 copper pieces?
It would be
One
easy to
second.
get, though.
I have 200 copper pieces, actually.
Okay,
I'll-
then we can use yours for the testing.
Sure.
I'll test it out. I'll throw a copper piece in and then pull it back out.
Yeah, I guess you only have to start out with one, don't you?
All right. You
Might
put
take longer.
you put a copper piece in. You pull the drawstrings closed, and then after a moment, you open it back up again and pull out a copper piece.
I guess it takes longer than just a moment.
We could set it. We could leave it for like a day and then come back and check it.
Yes.
Okay, so that would be the hang up there. It takes time.
Yeah.
Okay. He didn't by any chance tell us exactly how long, did he?
No, he doesn't know. That was not
Okay.
revealed.
I
Alright,
would just
we
then
will
we start.
experiment.
Since it's not immediate, that we start with 100 copper pieces and have a look what happens to them after one day.
So you're going to put 100 copper coins in?
I don't have 100.
You can go get
I have
100. You can
Okay,
you can
I'll
go
get
you can
100.
go make some change.
Hey, I need to get change for a gold piece.
Just
100
buy
copper
some
pieces.
bread or something. Go to the market.
All right. Was there anything else that you wanted to get identified?
How many? I guess you don't know how many things he can do. The next thing would be the ring, the braided golden copper ring.
Alrighty. Let me see how many powers that has. I mean, I'll tell you when he's out of things that he can identify. So.
Okay.
After this, give or take, we got 4-ish left.
All right. He tells you that this ring is specifically designed to protect its wearer from heat and flame.
So ring of fire resistance.
Indeed.
Who was wearing that? Or was this postal? No.
You got that from the treasure hoard. I know. Wouldn't that have been nice?
I bet you were smiling when you knew what it was.
No, I thought it was I thought that was from the priestly dudes upstairs that were ghouls.
Nope.
Wouldn't that be a fitting goodbye present for Xanthia?
He's not getting a magical item.
No. Let's get back to focus what we're doing. Anything else?
Did you have any other items?
Yeah. Let's do this clay jar oil magical alteration thing.
Alrighty. Let's see. Let me find where that is. Ah, there it is. Okay. All right. That oil, when you coat yourself with it, he reveals, it will improve your dexterity. It'll make you, your hand-eye coordination substantially better and quicker at dodging blows and things of that nature.
So give it to the thief.
Question.
Okay.
Is it a permanent increase or is it a temporary?
It's almost never permanent.
How long does it
Better
last?
put temporary on there.
How long does it last?
That's not revealed.
Okay. Just his power. Okay.
And how many times can it be used?
Just once.
Is it just once?
Yeah.
Okay.
So oil of speed.
No. Oil of dexterity.
Okay.
Do we know if it's like a plus dexterity or is it dexterity to a certain amount?
You don't know.
He'll tell us when we use it.
Yeah.
I guess next would be small ceramic container.
Okay.
Magical.
I was kind of half open that the pouch could have been a bag of holding.
All right. He reveals that that ointment is it's a fairly famous kind of ointment. He understands right away once the spell reveals what it does. It's Keoktum's ointment, and it is specifically designed for healing people.
AKA, give it to the priest.
He paid for it.
It has 5. No, this was found. Oh,
Yeah.
Paid for the identification. Well, I mean, you can pay for the identification and then decide, this doesn't do me any good. Give it to someone else. But
Yeah, I'm not
That's
claiming any of this stuff besides the sword. So.
it has.
Oh, isn't your shield magical too?
Yeah, we do.
I
have
forgot
a
about
magic-
that.
Yeah, and I've got an amulet, but
We should have him take a look at the shield.
All right. It has the ointment has 5 uses.
Okay.
And you want the shield done next?
Yeah, I completely forgot I had that.
He believes that this shield is a sovereign against all forms of acid.
Neat.
So it gets
Yeah.
protection from acid?
Or is it immunity to acid? There's a difference.
That's the information that he gets.
depends if the acid hits your body. If it only hits shield, I guess.
Well, that's certainly interesting, I guess.
Go find us a green dragon or a black dragon.
No! We'll die!
Fine.
What was the thing you wanted me to have identified, Leva?
The
Brooch?
I pasted it into the chat.
Okay.
An annual brooch with emeralds.
All right. Okay, let me find that.
Abjuration magic, apparently.
Yes.
Does the shield have any bonuses on it besides just the acid thing?
The acid thing is what he got out of it.
Okay.
All right. The brooch is a brooch that protects against magic missiles. It's a brooch of shield.
Nice.
That's handy. Would it protect against the snowball, out of curiosity?
Yes.
Question is, who would want that? Who wants that?
Maybe the squishy mage?
Probably the mage.
Yeah, the mage.
Because a magic missile could take you out.
Pretty much.
It's an automatic. Magic missiles are automatic hits, and they're considering how fast they are, they're a great way of preventing spellcasting.
All right. If someone else needs it, let me know.
And that's all the magic items I have.
Doesn't... Oh, wait, no, that, Thief got that one. Never mind.
I don't think I have any. Did you have any other magical items, Leva?
No. Braxon had a ring.
Yes.
Did anyone else take something?
I have a
come with
magic
An amulet.
sword, but I'm gonna go visit him myself. Does anybody want me to take anything with me when I get to have him identify stuff?
I have my magical studded leather armor and 3 arrows.
You want me to
Yes.
get those identified for you?
We have. Wait, I saw something in the potions. We have an unidentified yellow sweet-smelling potions in a silver vial.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, we have some unidentified potions.
There's just that one there.
Yeah.
You want that one identified?
Yeah, if it's in the
Yeah.
mix of the spell. Yep.
Okay. It's a potion of extra healing.
Braxton's got a... Sorry.
What is it?
It's a potion of extra healing.
Oh, it's a potion of healing.
Extra healing.
Extra heal. What does that do?
So you can either chug the whole thing and get a big bout of healing, or you can take 3 individual swigs.
Nice.
Okay.
So, depending on how much is lost, you can. It's either 3 individual potions of healing, or it's better than 3 potions of healing all at once. So.
What is
Cool.
I know. I don't know if there's like greater healing potions and major healing potions and that in this one.
This is functionally that kind of thing. I mean, it's either you swig it for 1d8 healing, or you drain the whole thing for 3d8 plus 3.
Okay.
Can you tell us the
He
dice,
just did.
the dice again?
I'm sorry?
Can you tell us the dice again, please?
1d8.
1d8.
1d8 or 3d8 plus 3. And if you take
So
one
it's
swig, then you
more-
can't. Then drinking the rest of it like 2 swigs, that's just 2d8.
You don't get the +3 unless you drink it all at once.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so are you done?
I think I am done.
I don't think you. Sorry to critique, but I think the way you wrote it down will be very unclear next time you read it.
Well, if you call it a potion of extra healing, I can tell you guys what it does. I mean, I got all that stuff written down.
It's 1 sip for 1d8 plus 3, or 3 sips at 1d8, or 2 sips at what was it? 2d8.
Well, 2 sips is just. I mean, you're just essentially drinking the remaining, which just gives you 2d8. It's like
Yeah, if
chugging
you take
2
one
different potions of healing.
at the same time.
Yeah.
But really, where it shines is when you drink it all at once, because you get that extra +3.
In other words, if you've taken a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess we go to next day when Ockar goes to get his stuff identified, or are we still on Higgimus?
I think that's all I have.
And
I
no
know
one
our
else said
chief,
anything about giving him other things to take.
Yeah.
I think our thief has some to identify
But
too.
he didn't give
Yeah, we've
Right.
got other people, yeah, but we don't know how much. Is this just in one day?
Yeah, he can
Yeah,
he can
this
do
is
this
all one
a
day
certain
so
number of
far. Oh.
times. But he is running low on the number of things that he can identify at this point. So
Yeah, I think that's good. I got the whole group
It's a pretty
stuff.
high level wizard. There's like one identifier per level, one identifier, one power per level, right?
Well, we knew he was a strong wizard.
Yeldin,
yeah.
do you want me to bring some stuff to get him to identify it, since I'm only getting one thing identified?
Move on to other people.
Braxon's got 2 things.
Okay, so I'll take Braxon and Yeldin stuff to get identified along with my sword.
Um,
Does lad
Just put it in the chat so I can
thief,
remember.
cleric in the party have anything that he wants identified as well?
Yeah, just
I will
put,
mention to the group that he can do a lot of things at one go. So might be
yeah,
better
put the
to
stuff
send
you
one
want
person.
identified in the Discord chat so I can see it and remember.
Give me a
Leva,
second.
I give your money back to you.
Well, someone's will still needed. So we used up the money for one pearl and one person.
I
Yeah,
spent
I
my
took
own
care of that.
money for the stuff for my identified, so yeah.
Copy. And
So you don't need my money, correct?
I don't need your money. I already spent it.
Okay.
all right, so
I'll wait for you to
Lafdul
finish.
has 2 things. Yeldin has 4 things.
copy.
I have one thing, and Braxton has something, I think.
1 thing, I think.
2 things.
2 things.
Well, there's the gold ring.
Yeah.
That's got abjuration magic.
Yeah.
And there is this mace.
Oh, the hammer.
The hammer, sorry.
Right. No.
Magical
okay.
warhammer.
Yeah, put that stuff in Discord, and I'll remember.
We also have some gems that are still unidentified.
Well, they're
Yeah.
gems. They're not magic.
They're,
The gems,
Yeah,
they're not magic.
okay, so the next day I'll be heading over to talk with the wizard.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give him the stuff, and
Okay, I'll give him the pearl and the 200.
we'll start out with the your sword, since that's obviously what you're most concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see if how that counts. Hold on a second.
Magic longsword with reptilian hilt and all that other stuff. Gem eyes.
All right. He tells you that that sword appears to be useful against lycanthropes.
Nice.
Oh, so it's like a werewolf bane or something.
Where did I write that down?
Is it lycanthrope only, or is it any werebeast?
That's what he gets. That's the information that he gets.
Okay.
Well,
Remember
so
if
lycanthropes in AD&D are all werebeasts.
Okay.
So if I come across
AD&D doesn't use the term therianthropes.
So if I come across lycanthropes, I can test the sword on it and see how it does.
Yep.
They're not going to be happy.
And okay, next I'll have him identify the ivory amulet on the silver chain.
All right, give me
That is-
just a second.
Abjuration.
I neglected to write this down in my list of the party treasures, so I just need to copy it over from the thing.
That's pretty handy to have.
All right, so the ivory amulet.
Mm-hmm.
That is an amulet of protection.
Good. Okay, so that. And next, the magic dagger with a golden hilt. Oh, did you guys write down what the amulet did?
I'm writing it down.
Okay, so magic dagger with golden hilt is next.
All right. He tells you that just has a minor enchantment on it.
No, nothing interesting.
No, it's just a +1 dagger.
Okay. Now 3 sheath arrows that are magical.
All right, that counts as 3 different items. So.
Well, I'll have him identify one of them.
Yeah, because they could all be the same thing, probably.
They could.
Yeah, so I'll give him 1 arrow.
All right, that just has a minor enchantment on it. It's an arrow +1.
So +1.
Okay, so we'll just say they're all +1 arrows for now. Now the studded leather.
Same thing, minor protection spells on that. +1 studded leather.
Okay, the gold ring.
That appears to be a ring of cold resistance.
Ooh.
That'd be cool. And finally, the magic warhammer.
All right. That actually takes 2 uses, and he's able to tell you that number 1, the warhammer is known as Age's Burden, and it has minor enchantments of damage, etc. So it's a +1 warhammer, but also any creature struck would be weakened.
Okay. Can any of this
mean?
Lafdul has another dagger, too.
That already got identified. The dagger.
The other dagger. I had a gold-hilted one.
Well, that's the one that's just the minor protection. I mean, the minor attack bonus.
Yeah, that's a +1 dagger,
Yeah,
and then
it's
there's
just
the dagger of speed that you also have.
Meh. Fair enough. I have a magic weapon to hit with at least.
So, Aegis warhammer?
Age's Burden.
Okay. Did everybody write that down, or whoever's in charge of this stuff?
That'd be Braxon.
Well, in the end, the person who uses it should write it down for themselves.
Hang on.
Yep.
Is the sorry, is that the Warhammer? It's called Aegis Bird.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's
I'll
a
type it out.
+1 weapon, and it can do weakening stuff. And the gold ring was ice resistance.
Yeah, I heard that.
Not ice, cold protection. There's a difference.
What?
No,
So
cold
what
protection.
does Aegis Burden do?
So it's a +1 warhammer, so +1 to hit and damage, and creatures struck must make a saving throw or be weakened.
Oh, nice.
Probably a minus strength or something.
That's what weaken sounds like, yeah. Really good against giants.
How many uses does he have left, or is he done?
Do you have anything else?
Well, we had the other 2 arrows. Just to make sure that they are +1s, because...
Yep. They both show up as the exact same thing.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, I think that's all our magical items identified now.
Okay.
So, does anybody have... Can anybody actually use warhammers?
I
Well,
don't think anyone's got their proficiency.
I mean,
Yeah.
the +1 will eliminate half of the non-proficient penalty, and it might be, I mean, this is the kind of thing that if you're up against a giant or a Giff, it might be worth just pulling that out and giving them a good whack.
True.
So even with the penalty to hit.
Yeah, I paid that.